Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second episode of Storytime Skywars. And I know. Okay, you're probably thinking, Pickle, how much can you possibly talk about finals? Okay, they're finals in school. Like no big deal. You study for them for a super long time just to get average grades on them. Unless you're really smart, then you like ace them. And it's like, yeah, I mean. And then there's the people who study and don't do good on it. And then there's also the people who don't study but do good on them. See, it's a vicious cycle, and you know what? I can respect it. Okay. And anyway, so basically, before I can explain to you the finals, I have to explain to you something. Our school does a thing where its periods are set up like this. Monday Monday is just a regular day. There's this thing called late start that is done when the late start is done on Wednesdays, which school starts at around 8 o'clock. Okay, and school starts at 8 o'clock, and for everyone on that day, and then for people with a first period, that's like they go to school at like 6 o'clock, right? They go to school at like 6 o'clock, and they end at like 1 o'clock every day except for Wednesdays because that day is late start. So the way finals are set up at my school is on finals on Monday, when the week starts, for everyone except for people who have a first period, because there's those people who start at like 6 and end at like 1. Those are people who have a first period. Everyone else starts with a second period and ends with a seventh period. So for those people, that's their day to do their first period final. Everyone else is a completely normal day. And then on Tuesday, that's when second and third is done. They're 2-hour periods. Remember that. 2-hour periods, and you do 2. So that's a total of 4 hours of school a day for that week. And then basically after that, it is, and then on Wednesday, it's just a normal day. It's late start, just kind of normal. And then Thursday is periods 4 and 5, and Friday is periods 6 and 7. So, and finals, I've never taken a final in high school. During this final I'm talking about, it is my freshman final. Okay, so this is the big step. I have to do really well on these. I'm confident I can do well. Like it's gonna be cool. This guy's challenging me. He's saying, "Come at me." Is he hacking? I hope not. But anyway, as I continue my story, we have a word from our sponsor. No, I'm kidding. I don't get sponsored. Okay, I'm not that lucky. You know. But anyway, so let's start off with the main final, the first final, which is English for me. English is the final I am taking. It is the first one. It is period 2. And so the final, our English teacher is like, yeah, okay, your final is on Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, let's go, Romeo and Juliet. I know this like the back of my hand. I've known the ending forever, and I completely know this story. This is going to be easy. And then our teacher says the one word you never want to hear come out of a teacher's voice when they're talking about finals. Your final is going to be a group project. And okay, so basically what you might be thinking, oh, Pigol, I love group projects. They can't be that. No. You don't like them on finals, especially in high school. If you're in high school, you'll understand what group projects mean. If you're not in high school, you will not understand. People in high school, they don't have a care in the world. They're all just too busy putting their vapes in their mouth to actually focus on anything. And it sucks. I'm telling you, it sucks. So when I took it, right? You're probably like, it's not that bad. You probably did great. Nah. Well, okay, fine. Maybe I did do okay. But there was only one person in my class who actually read the book. Okay? That's not even a joke. It was one person who actually read the book. Out of all 5 people in my group, only one person actually read the book besides me. So you already know that that's going to be a disaster. Like, what are you going to do? And you know what I did? I had to do most of the project because guess what? And so it was a group project, and what they did is it was the worst kind of group project where they split it up and everyone had to do something, and if one person messed up, the entire group felt the effects of that. And that's it's not the best thing to have happen to you on finals, because something like you can completely fail if you mess up, which is never a nice thing to happen. But anyway, so and then you're gonna have a bad time when one of your group members says, "So what happens at the end of Romeo and Juliet? They they live happily ever after, right?" I'm just like, yeah, yeah, no, okay, Timmy, yeah, sure, yep, they live happily ever after. It's all good. Oh my gosh, I'm breaking. But yeah, sure, yeah. If that's what you want to believe, they all live happily ever after. Oh wow, someone's doing a YouTube video. Oh yeah, that's cool. Liz, same. That's great. Me too. So this guy's doing something for his YouTube video. So I think I'm going to be nice enough. Oh, he's like, oh snap. But I am skybasing. Yeah, you are. You're just playing normally. Yes, I am. Don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yep, okay. Well, let's end this off with a bang. Woo! GG. Sub. Pigol. That's it. Okay. Bye. I'm leaving. Let's see. Okay. So anyways, like I was saying before that I interrupted, we're here to talk, we're not here to win, okay? We're never here to win. That guy was just trying to get a win for a YouTube video. And anyways, just like me, but I'm not trying to get the win. Anyway, so basically, my group's like not doing good. I don't know how we got an A on that. We got an A. I still don't believe it to this day. I'm just like, what the heck? How did that even happen? Like, my group messed up during the presentation because it was set up in a format which we had an hour to do everything, and then we had an hour to present it. Which is not usually ideal, because, they gave us a subject, and we each had to do a different part of that subject, and 3 out of the 5 people hadn't read that book. And it was Romeo and Juliet. Who doesn't know about Romeo and Juliet, right? Like, who doesn't know? So anyway, we do our thing, and then a person messes up during it, and then it messes everything up, but we still got an A, and that's like all that matters. Okay, and then the second final I did, period 3 was PE, okay? And the way PE was set up was basically it wasn't PE. What am I saying? It was math, okay? So we did math, and it was set up in the way where there was three finals in one thing, okay? So the first one was a multiple choice math one, the second one was a word problem, and the other one was just your basic equation math final. So that went well. I finished all 3 of them in about 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes. And in the end, I finished, and my other friend who finishes it all pretends he's one of those cool bad boys and doesn't study. But I've seen his grades. He studies, okay? Unless he's just that lucky, just he studies. Like, come on, of course he studies. His grades show it. But anyway, so basically, I finish, and I'm just sitting there, and then he finishes, and I'm like, good. Well, he actually finished before me. I'm like, oh, that's good. Okay, I have someone to hang out with. And we were allowed to use our phone because our teacher, that teacher wasn't a monster, unlike some. But I'll get to that. Okay. And so basically, we finish and we decide to play cards, right? I told him the day before, dude, bring cards. We'll play BS. We'll play Go Fish. We'll play all the card games. He's like, all right, all right. Okay. So, he brings it, we play, and then I come up with a brilliant idea. I pull out my phone, I'm like, 1v1 me in Monopoly. I have the Monopoly app. He just goes, oh, snap, okay. And so that's what we did. We played Monopoly. We didn't have enough time to finish the game, so we didn't have a winner. I'm pretty good at Monopoly. Like, not gonna lie, I'm pretty good. Okay, like, don't mess with me in Monopoly. You'll get bankrupt, and I'll put you on the street. So that's just a little note to self for you. So anyway, what happened was we played Monopoly and we didn't finish. And guess what? The bell rang, and he's like, "Okay, everyone, go home, rest well for your next one." And I'm just like, "Oh, right, the day's over." That went so fast. And now came a big moment in my testing. So I have this elective, right? And it's basically you just do homework the whole time. If you don't do homework, you fail. And it's pretty fun, except when you don't have homework, then it's boring. So 2 months before the final, our teacher told us something. Our teacher told us. So for our final, we're not actually gonna have one. You're just gonna sit inside the library. I don't know why we sat in the library, but we had to sit inside the library, and you just had to work on anything academic, like homework, or you could read, or you could draw, or whatever. And then I realized, I'm like, homework? You don't get homework during finals. Your teacher's too busy giving you the final to actually have you do any work on the final. But guess what? Our teacher's like, so then the one brave kid asked the question everyone was thinking. Can we use our phones? And okay, come on guys. You all know the answer to this. Teachers aren't monsters, okay? As much as people think teachers are monsters, they're not monsters, okay? They wouldn't let you sit there for 2 hours not on your phone, okay? Like, just reading the entire time. They would never. Oh, okay. She said no. We couldn't use our phones. And yeah, I know. I was surprised too. I was like, you can't use your phones, and we're expected to sit there for 2 hours reading. Nah, 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 nah. And then a senior who's been in there like 4 years was like, yeah, guys, don't worry, I got you covered. I know the ropes. The teacher's not supposed to say this, right? The teacher's not supposed to talk about this, but so I'm gonna say it for you. Don't go to class. And we're all just like, I wish. And he's like, okay, no, seriously, guys, seriously, don't go to class, and you'll get and just come back when this class is over, okay? And take your other final, right? That's what he said. I was like, huh. Okay, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm like, okay, perfect plan. I'll just go up to my parents, tell them, yeah, pick me up. And I just realized something. The biggest flaw in my plan. My parents. They're both teachers. And the problem with them both being teachers is, one, they know how hard teachers work at school. And they're like, yeah, no, you're not missing. And two, my parents are just those parents who are just like, yeah, no, you're not missing unless you're like physically throwing up. And I'm just like, so I'm like, and plus, to make it worse, it's finals, right? It's like a finals week, so I have to plan perfectly. This has to go absolutely perfectly. So I've planned for 2 months, dropping little seeds, telling my parents all the terrible things my teacher's saying and doing to us during class, like making us read. Yes, read. Oh my god, it's like, terrible. I know, guys. It's crazy. But anyway, the day finally comes. We resume back to the proper time in the story. It's Thursday, because Wednesday is the day where it's just a regular day. It's Thursday. It's time to take the final, and I'm like, oh great. I'm thinking about it before. I'm like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna be allowed to miss a final. Like, it's a final. Like, come on. My parents weren't born yesterday. They're gonna think I'm lying. But I wasn't lying. That's the thing. But it sounds like such a thing. But my parents trust me. I don't lie most of the time. Oh yeah. But anyway, so stay hydrated. So basically, I remembered one thing about 1 month later. I had it all planned out. I had this planned out from the beginning. And then I said, and then I was thinking all hope was lost. Like a month later, I was like, oh, what am I gonna? Oh, I'm gonna have to go to school and sit there for 2 hours in torture. And then my PE teacher, out of all people, the PE teacher came to save me. He said, "Yeah, we don't take finals during finals. We take them in January." I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's my homework period, and then PE. I don't have to go to school that day. So I told him, and obviously I told my dad first because my mom would immediately shut down that idea. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I cannot sit in a class and read for 2 hours. I am not doing that. So, and then eventually, it works. Somehow works. But let me tell you, my brother and sister were not happy about it and did whatever they could to try to sabotage me. I know, totally evil. I'm like, bro, come on, you should help me. If this happened to you, I would help you. And they're like, no, 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 mom and dad, nah, he shouldn't. No, well, they'll probably have to take finals. It's not fair. I didn't get to do that my freshman year. But alas, all those credits I've been holding in for not lying to my parents finally paid off. They were just like, nah, he's trustworthy. I'm just, nah, he doesn't have to go to school. Whatever, we won't be home because we have to go to school because we're teachers. But, he can stay. I'm just like, yes. So I stay, and then, the person I played Monopoly with, he just doesn't go to school whenever he wants to. He could just be like, yeah, no, I didn't want to. I'm like, why didn't you go to school? He's like, I just didn't feel like it. I'm just like, honestly, okay, you know what? I go work with that. I tell him I'm not going to school, and then he doesn't go to school. We just play Minecraft the whole day. And I gotta tell you, it was fun. It was great. I enjoyed it, okay? Nah, that was great. Like, I know, I'm pretty sure he had a Spanish final that day, but, like, like, whatever, right? Like, come on. Yeah, I don't know. I would not have missed, and my parents would not have let me miss. But, you know what? He does him. He can be his own person, And, so we just played Minecraft the whole day. And that was great. And then finally, it was the last day, the last two finals. My biology final and my elective final, which I took intro to video production, which basically you just do green screens and videos the whole time, which is pretty cool, honestly. It's a pretty fun class. I enjoy it. My friends are also in that class, so it's like even more enjoyable, and it's like sick, So that's the bright side of it. But anyway, so basically what happens is it's first science, right? So science kind of goes down a little like this. My teacher does this thing where it's kind of like by last name, and he organizes a new seating chart just for finals, and I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I get sat next to my sister. I get sat next to two of our friends. Like we're just chilling. We're like, woo, that's great. This guy sets up charged creepers for me, and so we're there and we're hanging out, and we're just like, this is great. And after the final is done, we're kind of just sitting there, and not everyone's done, but us four are done, and we're sitting at the table. And let me tell you this before, I'm not one of those nerdy kids who brings their Switch to school. Okay, I am at my school. I don't know how it is at your guys' school, or was, or is. It doesn't matter. But bring a Switch to school, you are the cool kid. Okay, the too cool for school kids. The ones who just don't care about school because they're too busy vaping in the bathroom, and everyone thinks they're cool for some reason. Whatever, they think you're cool. They're like, hit me up with your Nintendo Switch, 1v1 me Super Smash Bros. I'm like, so no one's like, oh, nerd, you brought your Switch to school, imagine. I'm just like, guess what? It's cool. So we play Super Smash Bros, right? And it's great. It's fun. We're all having fun. It's great. And then, but the problem is, oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know what knockback happened there either, but you know what? Not even gonna worry about it. So, but the problem is, my friends, they don't play Smash Bros often. So when they do, they get loud. Okay, they're like yelling. I'm like creaming them in. and you know they're getting loud. They're just like screaming their head off, and people are trying to take finals, right? So our teacher goes up to him and he's like, "Guys, you have to be a little quiet, or I'll take the switch away." And okay, he didn't actually say take the switch away. He says you have to put it away. And that's why I love this teacher. He's such like a straightforward teacher. Tells you all the stuff you need to know, right? He tells you everything you need to know, and he just like releases you off. He like gives you the notes. If you need help, you can just ask him. He'll tell you anything, right? And it's great. And the reason I love him the most as a teacher is he's not one of those teachers who every second you're not working on your work, he comes up to you and is like, "Are you finished?" And then if you say yes, which usually are, so every time, like see, like I was saying, he's one of those teachers that is just like he 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 doesn't like if you're finished with your work, he doesn't come up to you and say, "Are you finished?" And when you say yes, he says, "Show me." He doesn't do that, and that just makes him 20 times better of a teacher, and I love it. Okay, and so and guess what? We have a Nintendo Switch out, and he instead of saying I'll take it away, he says you'll have to put it away. I'm just like, thank you, dude, thank you, you coolest teacher ever. And the problem is, my parents always tell me, they're teachers. They're like, if you lose anything, your phone, your Switch, if teacher takes it away, you're not getting it back. We're not picking it up. And I'm just like, oh no. So anyway, they keep getting louder and they keep talking, and we eventually have to put it away. But it's like 20 minutes before class ends, so it's like great. You know what? That's fine. I mean, I have to put it away anyway. But you know what? That's great. And then after that, we go into my elective video production. And two of my closest friends are in that class, which is like great. It's like, woo, that's great. Um, and so basically, what we do is we take a short test, and then we just get free time after that. We can just do whatever we want. And we play Super Smash Bros. Again, and I'm just like, thank you. So that was fun, and that was it for that final. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. It was just a quiz. It was like whatever. And so finals for my freshman year were pretty good. Like honestly, they could have been a lot worse. Dude, let me enchant this for you. Aw, you missed out. Well, that was my freshman year finals. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of a roller coaster. Some good things, some bad things, some good and bad things at the same time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a dislike, whatever helps you watch these videos constantly. Just most importantly, put the notification down if you enjoy these videos so you never miss any of my content that brings you joy, if it does. And anyways, this is Pigol, signing off.